I came to bang with the scholars, and I bet you a rough child I get a bang for my dollars.
This guy is very different.
You can.
Okay, like J Electronica is back. J Electricity. This is crazy. Like J Electronica just dropped. This is crazy. Like J Electronica just dropped in the past couple of days, and of course, you know you got the haters.
J Electronica presents the worst album rollout in history.
And then you have people like I, who is definitely a fan of J Elect. Oh, let's get to those who like what's going on. You have this one guy on the comment section saying, "What is happening?" That got 179 likes. And then back in the comment section, somebody else said, "This isn't rap, it's art." Is that a Charlie Brown Christmas Day sampled? Okay, that has 60 likes. I'm talking about people who are happy that J Electronica is releasing music, because this is overdue. Finally, hip-hop isn't dead. That is another comment. It had 4 likes. Jay Dumpin, I'm proud. He said 19 albums. We've got 2 already. That has 103 likes. 18 people replied to that. The prophecy is finally being fulfilled with a teardrop emoji. 102 people liked that. It had 4 replies. And Jay isn't a rapper. He's a poet. That had 50 likes. Thank you again for finally opening us to us. There's a whole nation that has been waiting for you. Bismillah. That had 7 likes. Interrupt the algorithm. Thank you, brother. That had 32 likes. What a time to be alive. That has about 40 likes. Something happening on Earth for sure. With 3 love emojis. That had 75 likes. So I went back to that because basically, he even saying something that's happening in Earth for sure. He's just basically saying for J Electronica to be dropping 3 albums. You know, he's saying he's releasing 19 albums, but so far we got 24 records. It was broken down into 3 albums. You know, is it 4 or 3? Something of that nature. So, like, this is amazing. Like, most people think just because you're getting older, you shouldn't be able to, you should be not as creative, but it's actually the opposite is the case because people do get better, you know, with their art. Let's go back to what this person said in the comment section. I'm an artist also, but, you know, you have older artists, disgruntled artists who are looking at J Electronica like, oh my god, finally you decide to drop this greatness inside of you. It's almost like they are angry that he waited so long to release this album. I'm gonna go to the haters very soon. I wouldn't really call them haters, I just call them critics, because you are gonna have all kind of critics, right? You're gonna have those who's gonna say positive things about your album, you're gonna have those who's gonna say negative things about your album. But I'm so proud of J Electronica right now. Like, seriously, you know the work ethics it takes to drop 24 records in a couple of days. J Electronica is not a mumble rapper, okay? He has depth. When it comes to music, I think he has the most depth. Between him, Jay-Z, and Nas, I can't even tell you who else. I'm talking about rappers who are alive. I'm not talking about people who are dead. I'm talking about rappers who are alive and are still currently active in the music industry and are making music. J Electronica, I would say, has the most depth in his music. Kendrick Lamar is dope. He's a great rapper, you know? But when it comes to depth, if you left me with a Kendrick Lamar album or a J Electronica album, thank God he just dropped these 24 new records. If I had to take 24 records from J Electronica and 24 records from Kendrick Lamar, trust me, I would take 24 J Electronica records. If those are the last records I was gonna be stuck with for the rest of my life, I would take J Electronica over Kendrick. Okay, like Kendrick Lamar's records, I love Kendrick, don't get it twisted. But when it comes to depth, something that is gonna heal your soul, suit your soul, I think my soul just gravitates to J Electronica's music, man. There's something about his voice. There's something about how far in time he goes to start a rhyme. He said that. I think he said that in one of his bars also. Anyhow, though, let's get into this. I'm going to start with the comment section, because I feel like true fans of J Electronica and people that actually want to see him win, they are in the comment section. And also, you're going to find a few haters in the comment section also. So we're going to rewind this, and I'm going to read a few comments off for you, and we're going to get into depths. Maybe not a lot of depth, but some depth, because I need to re-listen, because I told you there's a lot of depth to this album. I may not be done 365 days from now, I would probably still be listening and still coming up with more things that he said that probably went over my head. And that is how great this artist is. So let's get into this.
This God is very different from the God of the philosophy.
The man said, I put on for my nation like I'm King T'Challa and crush any of you both that try to bring Wahala. Like, do you know what Oyibo is? Oyibo, I'm Nigerian, so Oyibo, you know what it means? It means people of the Caucasian race. So basically, what you would consider white in America, you know, generally speaking, people of the Caucasian race. So when this man saying crush any Oyibo that try to bring wahala, so in Nigeria, right, when we're going to America, most of the time we say the guy has gone to Yankee, or we say don't go Oyibo land, Oyibo. We say the guy has gone to Yankee, or we say don't go Oyibo land, Oyibo, Caucasian land, Oyibo land. So basically, and crush any Oyibo that try to bring wahala. So when you say crush any Oyibo that's trying to bring wahala, so basically imagine in a camp of amongst the black diaspora or whatever, right, or black people, and then you have what this divide and conquer mentality, you know.
Attention to all who are listening and tuned in live to this military broadcast.
So basically, that is them trying to bring wahala. So basically, let's try to create conflict, you know. So I've never heard any American said Oyibo, even though he said it with a funny accent, but that is the depth this man, how far back in time he goes to start a rhyme. Yeah, the man is dope, bro. Like, the depth of his music is sick.
I'll go ahead, wrap it up. It's over. The universe is over. The rap shit is here. Make sure you go get some non-perishable goods. Go get you some ammo. Get your affairs in order. Yeah. It's over. Jay Electronica releasing music. He just released album after album after album after album. I don't even know what to say right.
Yeah, this is the general reaction for most content creators. It's almost like, oh, they're shocked that he just released all this music. You know, like, the attention span of people these days is so short. So when you give them 24 records in like a little amount of time, you know, they're overwhelmed. Like 24 records, people release that in one album, really, technically. But the depth of this artist is like, they probably have to play one record over and over and over again just to catch everything he's saying. So when you give them 24 of those, yeah, they have a lot to digest. Is that a bad thing? No, that is a good thing. Hip hop needs this right now. Like, it's so much dumbed down music and dumbed down records out there that is actually killing the game. When I mean killing the game, killing hip hop, you know, because they've been pushing crap down our ears and down our throats and just feeding us BS and bullshit, right? And we have no choice but to just, there's the algorithm. The algorithm serves it to you and you just consume it, right? And then you have artists like Jay Electronica who the algorithm would not generally serve you. You have to go search. And they just do it. Not because Jay Electronica does not come up to me as somebody who's doing this because that is how he plans on becoming rich or making money. I feel like this is just something that was given to him by God. It's a great skill, you know? I'm just glad I get to hear him share his talent with the world. You know, people act like most artists, you know, I understand you think this is their job, but honestly, some artists, they're not doing this for money. They're just sharing their art with the world. Honestly, you could hate it, you could love it, whatever it is you want to do to it, it's up to you. But they share their art. And you should give them credit for that. Because you would think, you think because you listen to the man's music, you just made him a lot of money? No. Okay, you could have spent your time being creative, but you rather spend your time criticizing other creators, right? And try to downplay their work ethics.
The worst album
right?
rollout in history.
No, I don't. That is not cool. I just feel like you should give credit where credit is due. Jay Electronica gave you music. What have you given people? Right? The only time you give people your time and something, you see they're giving you money in return. Seriously, music does not pay these days. For Jay Electronica to drop 24 records, trust me, it's not for the money. Your stream has not made him anything, okay? Just be happy that he shared this art with you. Truth.
Project, right? You're saying that you could import those perspectives in here, but this is the NOI part, the FOI part, all of the things where he's at right now is more prevalent. And he's still referencing things like he would reference on that project, like Willy Wonka or UFOs and different spiritualities and mathematics. But there's a little bit more now. It's definitely different. And I'm more so talking about how he can keep, exactly, how he can keep that style, like by for the verse, the lyricist in that space and all that, I can't. He has all those abilities
way outside the box, right? It's like, you know, the smart people are like, yeah, but him over there in the corner of the library, he's the really smart one. And he like just sits there and reads books all day long, like Jay Electronica, like that kind of guy. And yet there's flow and there's just like a seamlessness with the way that the words come together and shit. Like, he's not playing any games. He's not playing the rap industry's game. He's not playing the rap culture's game. He's just doing the music that he thinks should, right? Because before I was like, I don't feel like Cardi is doing what is authentically what she wants to do. There's a commercial idea of how to move Cardi. This is none of that shit. There's no A&R here. Jay Electronica finds the music he likes. He spits the rhymes that he wants to spit. He talks about what he wants to talk about. He loops in the fucking bites from Louis Farrakhan and whatever the fuck he wants to do from the NOI. It's beautiful.
I agree. It is definitely beautiful. J Electronica doing this, I'm not sure what it is, but the timing of this, I think, is perfect. With all the chaos in America right now, with the left and the right, Charlie Kirk assassination, you have, what's going on in, Israel and Palestine, and you just have craziness everywhere, School shooting, Teslas, Elon Musk, people, it's just, it's perfect timing. Perfect timing, and we need this. I don't want to hear any more, I want to pop bottle music right now. This is not the time for it. Oh, I want to shake my ass music. This is definitely not the time for it. A J Electronica dropping this, yeah.
You're one of the few persons to support Puff, though, man.
It's my brother. My brother. And they got him all trucked up charged.
Hidden meaning behind J Electronica's 4, but really 5 projects that he dropped in 3 days. Last Thursday, J Electronica's 2020 album Act 2, The Patents of Nobility, was finally made available on DSPs. He also released the entirety of his 2007 debut project Act 1, Eternal Sunshine, on DSPs as a single track. Then the following day, he dropped a written testimony Leaflets and a written testimony Power at the Rate of My Dreams EP. And then on Sunday, he released another project titled A Written Testimony Mars, the Inhabited Planet. On the song 400 million / The Best Is Yet to Come off Leaflets, J Elect says that he turned in 19 albums to Jay-Z. Rory Farrell from the new Rory and Mal podcast has been working with J Electronica on new music and revealed that all 3 new projects were recorded and released over the weekend in real time. He also said that they had been working on music together for years and that none of the music that they recorded prior to this weekend has been released yet. And Rory makes reference to J Elect saying that he turned in 19 albums to Jay-Z and seemingly confirms that that's a real number. Now you'll notice at the end of the title for J Elect's Act 1 album, it reads in parentheses The Pledge, and at the end of Act 2 in parentheses it reads The Turn. These are both references to the 2006 movie The Prestige. And the intro to the last 3 albums, Mars, the Inhabited Planet, begins with Michael Caine from The Prestige explaining the 3 acts of a magic trick: The Pledge, The Turn, and The Prestige. And also the intro track to the very first of J Electronica's new albums is titled Abracadabra. And in the song he says Houdini and David Blaine got nothing on him. So these 3 albums are potentially the first 3 of 19 albums that will ultimately culminate in J Electronica's final act, Act 3, The Prestige. And so far, J Electronica's career has followed the 3 acts of The Prestige pretty accurately. Michael Caine describes The Pledge as the first part of a magic trick where the magician shows you something that's seemingly normal but probably isn't. Then the second part is The Turn, where the magician makes the ordinary thing do something extraordinary and disappear. Then comes the most difficult and final act of the trick, known as The Prestige, where the magician makes the now extraordinary thing reappear. J Electronica debuted to critical acclaim with his Act 1 mixtape in 2007 and then his now legendary single Exhibit C in 2009. Then J Elect disappeared and became one of the most elusive rappers ever in hip-hop and hardly released any music for over a decade until he released a written testimony in 2020. And now it seems like it's finally time for his final act, The Prestige. It's unclear what magic tricks J Electronica has up his sleeve, but on the outro to the most recent album, Mars, the Inhabited Planet, he asked listeners to join his never-done-before campaign from behind enemy lines. I did send a DM to Ruth Tao, like the narrator said, if you want to join the campaign. She's an art director and she has yet to answer, but I'll let you know if she does. There's a hidden meaning behind J that I took.
Tesla, a two-faced handshake, reject the gesture, turn the other cheek and caress the scepter.
Made sure I took classes in because I was like, where does this come from? Like, let me go all the way back from ancient African theological practices and understandings, all the way from Greek to Roman Christianity, all these. That makes sense to me. So when he's connecting all these things, it means something. I think with someone else, they hear it, they feel like, I heard the word Jesus. That throws me off. I heard the word...
He's never telling you what to do. He's just talking about his thoughts and his research and the things that he has discovered that happened in the world. But it's not like, it's not like a sermon.
But people change the meaning of preaching in their mind. It's like, oh, you're saying...
Just hand it to us, and then you kept dropping, and it was just like, and there are
Nice you are. Dropping that much music in one weekend without no announcement, bro, is a lot for anybody to deal with. Like, that's a lot of tunes. That could have came from Hov, and I sort of like, oh shit, how am I supposed to get all the time to listen to this? Like, that's from him. He gotta be the,
hold on,
he gotta be the nigga. You gotta kind of like alert us. You get
one
what I'm saying?
project is 16.
Like I said, people's attention span is so short. They've been conditioned by shorts, reels, 15-second videos. They just want to keep scrolling, get to the points. They just keep scrolling. I think their fingers is actually conditioned to just moving in that motion, you know, the scrolling up and down motion. So technically, when you give them full, you know, thought out music like J Electronica just did, not everybody could handle it, okay? Because you have to sit and listen. And some people just can't do that in this generation. And it's not J Electronica's fault that your attention span is so short. It's something you gotta work on. You gotta work on yourself, dude. You know, like, we have phones right now, social media, technology. There's so many things you can consume. It's like things, media is just coming to us 1,000,000 miles per hour, if I can say that. You know, so many things being thrown at you. I don't think our body is built to consume that much media, or to know that much, or to consume that much information at in such little amount of time. So what that guy is saying is like J Electronica just dropping on us. That's a good thing, dude. You're the one that it's not able to, you know, yeah.
So Bumby recently recalled J Electronica.
You need to, you know, turn off some other things that does not suit your soul, and then consume what you really want to consume. Like this music right now, if you really want to consume it, I think the best way to do it is to just either, I think CDs are the best way, man, or maybe vinyls, because just going on YouTube, after playing one record, trust me, you will be distracted. Something else will come across your mind, or something else will come across your feed, and you're going to click away. Not because the record is not good, it's just the world we're in, and they're just throwing information at you. And before you know it, even if your mind is not making a decision, your hand is moving, and you're clicking and you're swiping. That's just what is happening.
He played me an entire...
Like, yeah, so the car come and pick me up in London. We go out to Surrey. It takes about an hour to get there. English countryside. I pull up to the studio, this building. I'm sitting in the car for like 20 minutes. He pulls up about 6:15, 6:20. We go in, and he's like, let's just watch the sunrise, don't you? Right? And it's Phil Collins' old studio, and it's on a farm. So it's like, you see goats and cows and shit.
I'm gonna need a shot. Wait, I need some wine or something.
And then we prayed, and then he played me an entire album. This is in 2011.
Yeah.
He played me an entire album. I'm sitting there, I'm like getting overwhelmed by all this music, and I'm dead tired because I ain't went to sleep. And I gotta be back in London in the car ready to drive at 10 o'clock. So he's like, what you think, OG? I said, man, listen. And I'll be honest, some of the greatest music I've ever heard.
Of course it was.
Two men holding hands on sedation, that is haram. That is haram. That is haram. That is haram. This is Alhamdulillah. This is haram. This is haram. Yo, can I get a cigarette now?
that was funny. That is not J Electronica. That is just somebody trying to mimic J Electronica. You know, he used all this Islamic, you know, vocabs, you know, and this guy's like, that is haram. You know, haram. Like, he's trying to mimic J Electronica, but definitely J Electronica does not sound like that. But that is funny, though. That is funny. That is haram. That is haram.
Speechless, not from the vowel. Ringside saved by the bell, not studied they fell. Cause of the force and rebel. Times is late to appear. I will may appear. Like for the stand results fair. That's what they do with the sauce here. I really like this.